China's top priority clearly is to implement reforms to move the economy away from what has been successful in the past to a new, strong growth path going forward, one that is sustainable. Last year, we were all very encouraged to see the government set a strong reform agenda as a result of the November plenum. This reform agenda is comprehensive, is ambitious, and it covers all the economic areas that are necessary. Now we look towards strong, front-loaded implementation of these reforms. And this is very urgent because China must make headways soon and strongly towards a sustainable growth path.
Indeed, risks have been a focus of our work over the past year. Overall, our assessment is that while the risks are rising, they are manageable in the short term. Why are the risks rising? This reflects since the global financial crisis, China has relied on a pattern of growth that depends on investment and credit that is at its heart not sustainable. This explains the rising vulnerabilities. Why is it manageable in the near term? Because the authorities have plenty of policy buffers and the ability to react quickly to shocks to deal with any risks that might come up in the short run. Most important is that the authorities address the overall environment by finding new engines of growth to move the economy to a more sustainable, inclusive, and environmentally friendly growth path. In this process, it's also very important to manage these near-term risks. And indeed, it's clear that the authorities understand these risks and have been taking corresponding steps. Some specific examples include in the shadow banking area. We've seen measures, especially recently, to move more activity back to bank balance sheets and to contain the risks from the rapid growth in shadow banking. As regards local government finances, we've seen steps to pilot new reforms in the way local governments borrow, and we've also seen comprehensive plans to better manage, monitor, and control the risks from local government borrowing.
There's no such thing as a magic number. In fact, it is one of the key recommendations that we are setting forward for the government is to no longer specify a clear point target for GDP growth. Why is that? Because we feel that modern economists everywhere, they focus more on the right kind of policies and then accept a growth outcome somewhere in an acceptable range. And for China next year, 2015 specifically, we think that this growth range that the government aims for should perhaps be somewhat lower than what has been achieved in the recent past and also this year. Around 6.5% to 7% as a reasonable objective going forward is the right kind of objective for China.